Here, okay. So we'll start with the context. Apparently, here, let me pause. Okay, it's not letting me. Oh, my computer's kind of frozen. Pause. Uh, Apparently, Ethan Klein posted this on his Instagram story yesterday. He said, "Good evening. I've been thinking deeply about everything going on, specifically about the accusation that I'm a misogynist for suing 3 women. You are all correct. It's not been fair. That's why I've decided to add SeanDaBlack to the lawsuits for gender equality. Sean, be sure to thank all your snarker friends for their constructive advice." But yeah, imagine. Okay, Chad. Let me set the stage for you. Imagine you turn 30 years old, 40 years old, excuse me. Jeez Louise, he's too fucking old. Imagine you turn 40 years old. You got a wife that you met in an apartheid state, and you have some kids. I don't know how many kids he has, and I don't really care. You have children, progeny, people who look to you for guidance. It's your 40th birthday. You're on what is essentially PTO from your job, vacation. You spend that entire time yelling about leftist content creators on the internet. Daddy, who's SeanDaBlack? The worst person to ever exist. But also, I don't know him. It is also kind of funny because, like, I haven't really talked about Ethan Klein much for the past, like, 2-3 months. And so it's not productive. So honestly, you can probably read it as takes like 5 seconds to post an Instagram story. Chatter, if you're 40 years old and it's your birthday and you're posting like not just one, right? But like 60 Instagram stories. Like, if you think that that's like the sign of a mentally well person, I genuinely I wish you well. You know what I did on my birthday, chat? Not post Instagram stories about Ethan Klein. Not with his kids. Yeah, maybe that's an issue. You know, maybe you should think about that a little bit. Right. The fact that I occupy more space in Ethan's mind than his children do. I don't know if Ethan doesn't know, right? He's not my father. Doing blackface does not make you black. So we are not related. I know he might be confused. Just because we use the same words, maybe that starts with N, does not mean he's one of us. But yeah, so this was posted yesterday. I was like, I think it was only posted in Discord, right? And I was just like, this has to be Photoshop, right? But I went and checked. No, it's a real thing that he put. First story, yep, Keenstar is right. Posted about Hassan and Zoran, right? And this is the story. So it's real, it does exist. Right? And then he posted his dog for some reason. So like, did you get served papers yet? This happened like 9 hours ago. I don't think so. Was I missed something? And he's doing this because he realized that people just aren't taking him seriously. That's why he did the first lawsuits, right? This is why he's doing this one. He's trying to pull like Hassan into this conversation, number one, which I don't even think he should get involved, by the way. Because that's what Ethan wants. Right? I think even with this, right, the support should be for the people getting sued, the victims of Ethan's harassment. And past that, let it rock. Right? If I need something from y'all, I'll ask for it. Right? If I need support with legal funds, I'll ask for it. Right? If I just want y'all to support the victims wholesale, Casey Tron, Denham's, Frogan, I'll ask for it. Other than that, you know, don't feel the need to like go to battle on my behalf, you know? And I'm gonna get shitters in the chat. I'm gonna get shitters in the my replies on Twitter. Let it rock. If it don't bother me, it shouldn't bother you. You know? That's what Ethan wants. Ethan wants this back and forth. Ethan's trying to swing his dick around, being like, I have so much money to spend. I have so much money to spend, right? And I can. He gets off at seeing people like scared. Like, there's a reason why Casey Tron being vulnerable on her stream is getting posted everywhere. That's what he wants. What feeds him. It's what feeds these shitters. Don't give it to them. Don't. They want the back and forth, right? So you spend your time, which this is exactly what I was saying before as well. I've been saying this for weeks, even before this happened. Right? You should spend your time supporting the victims instead of trying to like enact righteous justice on their behalf. Not saying to let people, talk shit or whatever. Not saying let people run with disinformation, but like pick your battles. Don't feed into this complex that Ethan clearly wants. He wants the back and forth. He wants me to be talking about this right now. In his mind, he wants me to be scared. He wants me to be afraid. He wants people to bring his name back up, because that gives him more content. So don't give him that content. I think because she's taking it seriously, man, it could ruin people. 100%, right? 100%. But my take is that Ethan wants that fear. He feeds off of that fear. I'm not chastising Casey Tron or Denims or Fogan for having the reaction that they have, right? But I'm just saying that he wants y'all to continue to engage with him. That's why he's doing it. He wants to exert control. So don't let him have that control. Exerting his army of incels to harass people till they end themselves. Well, yeah, which is kind of funny what he said a few days ago. Talking about like, oh, this is the goal of stalkers to get me to kill myself, but I won't do it. Anyway, let me just further stoke harassment into smaller creators who, may or may not be able to deal with such harassment. If I'm going to pause, taking time off, Denim said lawyers will talk about that, and this is why. Denim said lawyers will talk about that. This is why this is stupid. Because talked about it and shit. And after this, people don't have as much to say and probably won't. So he's trying to keep trying to start shit. Yeah, he's going to keep expanding his base. This is like a death kill. This is his like final move, is to just lash out at everybody to make people pay attention to him. And I don't think we should give him that. How do his fans not see him constantly suing spawn creators and not see him as a rich bully? Because his fans are no longer his fans anymore. The fans that he had before are gone. His fans are like freaking pedophiles, like Nux Taku or wherever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the drama slop tubers. That's who his fan base is, right? And they get off on seeing people scared and afraid. Right, that's their entire thing. Right, which is why Keemstar and LSF will post like Casey Tron crying to like dunk on her. That's what they want. Right, they're trying to craft and create locales. So, in response to this, I said TF. Oh, that was funny. Right, because I woke up. I was. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I opened up my freaking Discord. Right, and this was my response.
Woke up, I looked at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Woke up, I looked at the computer, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
That was my response. I'm just like, what did I do? What did I do? And so I tweeted this. And then the resident lolly enjoyer tweeted, oh no, how could this happen? And I said, and you got lolly to watch or something? From 5K likes. Also, it's quiet, ain't no back talk. He ain't reply. He ain't say shit. Cause you know it's true. Go watch your lolly, Nux. Your drawn child pornography. Right? I don't take the opinion of lolly enjoyers seriously, and neither should you. He's too busy watching lolly. True. He was obeying orders. I mean, at our community for constantly asking why you're not getting sued. Like, bro, come on, guys. Yeah, again, this is something I talked about. Somebody can find me the clip where I talked about that a few days ago. It'll be funny. But that's exactly what I said as well. Right? I was like, why y'all dragging me into this? People will be like, oh, why is he only suing women? Which I'm like, okay, fair. He's like, yeah, SeanDaBlack reacted to it. He didn't sue him either. Why we dry snitching? It's like playing hide and seek, right? And your boy gets found, and all right, come out, bro. They found us. Fuck you mean they found us? We? You speaking French? You speaking French? Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this. Teacher, he cheated too. You gotta laugh at these people. They want to be taken seriously. But I call you and not when XC and Asma reacted. To be fair, they probably didn't think this through. They probably didn't think that far ahead. They were trying to call out Ethan's misogyny, which is a good thing. About gotchaing Ethan instead of being normal and having lives. That's true. Right? Which is why I told y'all to be normal. I told y'all to be normal. Right? Y'all so worried about like, oh, this is how I'm gonna call out Ethan for his misogyny. Y'all dragged me into this shit. I think, you know, Ethan was gonna do it regardless. When it was gonna fall off anyway. I think this was in his back pocket. But like, y'all need to bring me into this. Right? I should only be mentioned in the most handsome streamer conversation. That's it. Other than that, you know. Or rising star, which you should still vote me for, by the way. Voting hasn't opened yet, but soon. Soon. Are you worried about the lawsuit? Like, it happening in general, or like the outcome? I haven't thought that far ahead, honestly. For my defense, it wasn't me. Can I but wonder if he saw you popping off on YouTube and decided you were finally big enough to go after? He's obsessive, and I fully believe he keeps tabs on everyone who criticizes him. No, because that would imply that he waits for people to be big enough to go after them. I think he saw that like his conversation about Denims, Frogan, and Tastytron was starting to slow down, and he's like, "Oh, guys, stop talking! Don't stop talking about me. I'm still here, right? I'm still here. Don't forget about me. I'm suing Sean as well, right? Keep talking about me. Keep posting about me. That's what he's doing." Here, I'm guessing that this has to be Ethan Klein since it mentions suing you. You know what, Chatter? You should buy a lottery ticket because you guessed correctly. But yeah, that's the this take. I haven't seen any other replies, nor do I really care to look. But this is just one that I saw before this started to do well. Because hey, if you get a chance to call it a pedophile, you call it a pedophile. You know what I mean? You call it like it is. If a pedophile comes in your replies, you know, you call him out on it. At the very least, I don't have to worry about like Nux Taku coming around me because my phone will let me know when he's around. Ding! Sex offender in the area. Nux probably. That's fine. So I'm chilling. At least in this regard. But yeah, so that's that information. There's nothing more to that, from what I understand. So I don't want to focus too much on like the shitters and the haters, and things of that way. So stand within 100 yards of the school, they can't find you. True. I'll pick up my little cousin from her elementary school, right? Safe. But yeah, that's the this information of Ethan Klein threatening to sue me. But I don't want to focus too much on the negatives of this. There's actually one post from the Snark subreddit that I think I want to highlight because I was a fan of this. I was happy about this when I saw this. Right? Person said, I'm so fucking pissed. Sean has done amazing work for the left. He's a labor organizer. He unionized his own workforce and has suffered immensely as a result. He used his coding skills to target anti-abortion efforts in Texas and also large corporations trying to hire scab workers. He makes incredible content on discrimination against Black people that has been formative in shaping my worldview. I've been a sub for him for 2 years. I watch his streams daily. He cannot afford this. He does not deserve this. I don't have any words to describe my anger in my heart right now. If I said what happens to Ethan, I would get this sub banned. Again, that having millions doesn't stop you from being a loser. Yeah. As a wise man once said, money can't unlame a lame. Money can't unlame a lame. And also, as another wise man once said, look what that money make a bitch do. I don't know if that one really applies. That's kind of funny. I like that one. It's one of my favorite ones. Are you going to make a GoFundMe?
Just subscribed.
Just do GoFundMe right now. I've talked to my legal counsel. Speaking of which, I texted my a lawyer friend of mine today. Or yesterday. And this is what she said, bro. If this is my lawyer, I'm going to jail. I said, I didn't catch this message. Let me see. I said, hey, blank, since you're my lawyer, I have to let you know that this washed up Zionist YouTuber is threatening to sue me. Right? And she said, I'm not your lawyer. I was like, oh, so you're quitting right now in the midst of litigation? What am I even paying you for? And then she just laughs at me, bro. If this is my lawyer, I'm going to jail. If this is my lawyer, I'm going to jail. Ethan Klein is taking everything I own. Jeez Louise, I'm not even gonna have this suit left if this is my lawyer. If this is my lawyer. John's the person to be locked up in a civil suit. Yeah. Racially motivated? No, it's racially motivated. Anyway, I don't know if I have anything else to add. I'm gonna be real. Oh, okay. Actually, there's one last thing, right? And there's a lot of attention right now. And if you actually want to do me a solid, chatters, right? If you actually want to support me, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to gz4c.org/fight, right? For the organization that I work at, Gen Z for Change, we have this very handy tool. If you go to H, hold institutions accountable. If you hate ICE, I don't like ICE. One's in the chat if you don't like ICE. As in like immigration enforcement. See, if you also don't like ICE, right? You might not have known that Hilton, Marriott, Choice hotels in Los Angeles are housing ICE, allowing ICE to conduct their raids. Right? Now, two's in the chat if you think that that's unacceptable. See, that's a lot of twos. I too think it's unacceptable. Right? And so if you want to support and put pressure on these hotel chains, right, to push for them to end their collaborations with ICE, it's a very simple thing. gz4c.org/fight/H, or you can scroll down on the main page and click on hotel action. If you have an iPhone, right? If you have an iPhone, you just click download the shortcut, and it's an iOS shortcut you can download. You can set up an automation to automatically send emails to hotels and the corporate offices for these hotels to get them to stop housing ICE. I would appreciate it if you did that. That's how you can support me right now. It's very simple. It's 3 clicks. You click download shortcut. You click get shortcut. And then you have the shortcut. You can either click the shortcut and run it on the shortcut interface, add it to your desktop to like run it like an app, or you can set up an automation to have it run every time you open up TikTok, every time you open up Twitch, every time you open up Instagram, every time you see a tweet about Ethan Klein, if you so choose to. You can have it automatically send an email to these hotels to tell them to end their collaborations with ICE to protect your communities. And if you want to see other, other ways you could help other initiatives, right? My day job is at Gen Z for Change, where we do fun stuff like this. We'll work with Android. We have not posted the Android instructions, but like between you and me, I can give you the Android instructions, right? It's just not on the website yet. I'm just gonna find it. ICE community, head over to people over papers. People will keep track of where ICE is. Also, Stop ICE.net. Yeah, Stop ICE.net is great. You're not a millennial? No, I'm not a millennial. Here, this is the Android instructions. They're not, as forget Android. If you have an Android, you can figure it out, right? You have to download an app called Automate from the Google Play Store. You download this. This is actually not correct. This should be this. There's a automation called GZ4C-Fight. And then you can do the same thing. You set up your email account, which uses Gmail, and then you run the extension, and then every day at a certain time, it'll send an email. Download an iPhone emulator. Is it hipster to have an Android? Yeah. Yeah, it is hipster. So you have to go to the second page as well. Wait, let me see. I'll copy this link right here. The first page is for, it's the same link. Yeah, the first page is for a different tool. It's sunsetted. Because we also did it for emailing Congress to call for a ceasefire. And we actually sent, we sent Congress as a whole, I think upwards of like 200 million emails calling for a ceasefire. 300 million emails. It was a lot of freaking emails. You should also engage with other parts of the Fight Initiative as well, because I worked on the H tool. That was my thing. But there are other parts that other people on the team worked on that I think you should also support. You should donate to different rapid response organizations, people who are monitoring ICE activity, legal support, emergency alerts, things like that. You should donate to that. You should share the invoke your rights section so you know your rights. There's not the get out the vote section, but like, and yeah, get involved as well, which actually I didn't get this at all. Hey, join an organization. Because you were Canadian for some reason and couldn't get sued. How dare you? That's crazy. Y'all hiring? I don't think so, no. Why is it crazy? Because that would be freaking Canadian. How dare you? How dare you? I think that's all I have to say.